Welcome to Firearms of America. Today I'm back here at Shooters in Fort Myers, Florida, about to do another Glock comparison. Love doing those. Thank you very much for requesting it, by the way. So here it is. We have a very awesome Glock 27 Generation 5 chambered in 40 Smith & Wesson 9 capacity magazine, almost 3.5 inch barrel. All right, and we also have a very awesome and popular Glock 26 Generation 5 chambered in 9mm 10 capacity magazine, also 3.5 inch barrel, almost 3.5 inch barrel. By the way, not just to give you dimensions, to give you the overlook out of two. These are practically, well, not practically, these are size-wise identical guns. Same slide length, same slide width, overall width, same barrel size, same frame size. All right. So the only difference is the capacity, two magazines between the two, and the caliber. All right, so let's do some shooting, and we'll try to at the end of the review or comparison, we will try to figure out if you came to the store and it wasn't just one of these guys, it was two of them available. Which one should you buy, 9mm version or the 40 Smith & Wesson? Well, let's do some shooting, see how both of these guys handle. Now, whenever I do comparisons like this, because it's really hard to tell, honestly. If you are shooting them on separate days, they might appear practically identical, because they are practically identical. So you have to shoot them back to back, and this is exactly what I'm gonna do in this comparison. So I'm gonna put some 5 rounds into some 9mm rounds here into this 10 capacity magazine for Glock 26, which is an awesome gun. And I will put some 5 rounds into this 9 capacity magazine, 40 Smith & Wesson, for our Glock 27. And we'll do some back-to-back shooting, and we'll see what the difference is whenever it comes to the recoil management, whenever it comes to overall feel. All right, so I got 5 rounds here, my ear protection. We'll start with Glock 27, because why not? And we'll do that little white dot right there at the very bottom. And then right after, I'm gonna shoot Glock 26. Let's do it. All right. Got a little jam. All right, so interestingly, they do feel practically identical. Now there is a little tiny bit more kickback on the 40 Smith & Wesson. Also, the spring itself feels a little bit tighter, just a tiny little bit. Feels a little bit tighter to rack compared to the Glock 26. A little bit tighter, but just a really tiny bit. So whenever it comes to recoil overall, you do have a little bit more recoil, but honestly, unless you are shooting back to back, just like I just did, you probably won't be able to notice that. Keep that in mind. So let's start from the grips. We have the same identical grips here. Your standard Generation 5 grip here. Plenty of good amount of aggression, or good amount of aggression here in the stippling. I do like it a lot. Now obviously in Generation 5, as some of you guys know, the Glock, they got rid of the finger grooves. If you were a fan of finger grooves, you probably are kind of sad. Honestly, I never really cared for finger grooves. A lot of people never cared for finger grooves, so we don't freaking care, all right? But the same magazine, we got reversible magazine, so you can switch it and have it on the other side if you're a lefty. And you do have a slide release, which is ambidextrous. And the same exact thing goes for the Glock 27. We got the reversible mag release and the slide release is ambidextrous. Now on both of the guns we do have serrations on the back and we have serrations on the front. We also do have some aggression here on the front of the trigger guard. In case this is the kind of grip that you prefer. The sides are absolutely identical. As you can see, your standard Glock 3 post, 3 dot, whatever, sides, with this little bar on the back. And the trigger, same thing is the trigger. It's identical. Both of them, they do have a 26 end pull. Let me demonstrate the trigger for you guys. All right, so we do have our standard Glock safe action system. All right, safe action system, basically this little pre-trigger right here, which if you're not pressing it, you won't be able to press the trigger, and this serves as drop safety protection if you drop the gun, so it does not fire by accident. All right, and let's take a look at the triggers here. Well, like I said, they are identical. So we have about 3.5 millimeter of safe familiar travel, and then a very crisp break. All right, let me do that again. So we got our Glock 27, about 3 millimeters of safe, maybe 3.5 millimeters, and then a crisp break, and our Glock 26, about 3.5 millimeters, and a crisp break. So I do like the triggers a lot, and honestly it's a very tough choice. So let me put some few more rounds through both of these guys, and we will attempt to come up with more or less reasonable conclusion. If you found both of these guns in your local store, gun store, which one you should buy? Honestly, if you are looking for a compact gun and this is the option, one of these guys is the option, I would just buy it, whether it's 26 or 27 if you're looking for a compact, because both rounds, they are popular, they are readily available, they're not too expensive. Well, now it's ammo, with ammo prices right now, everything is expensive, but normally, all right, normally it's not, all right. So whichever one you would buy would still be a good buy, but we're trying to figure out if both of these guys were available, which one you should pick. All right, so let's see. 9mm, we got 40 over here, 40 over here, 9mm, and let's do some final shooting before we try to determine. This time I will start with the 26. I like the slide onto 26 more, honestly. It is softer. All right. And now we got our 40 Smith & Wesson Glock 27. Definitely more kick in a Glock 27, especially noticeable whenever you shoot it after you shot the Glock 26. So my personal choice, I can't say I'm not a huge fan, all right? Because that's not fair, it's not right, all right? I can't say that I'm not a huge fan of 40 Smith & Wesson. I am a fan of 40 Smith & Wesson. It's a great round, it's an awesome round. But to me, 9mm is definitely enough, all right? Plus, I prefer to have a little bit of an extra round over not having that extra one round. Here, after all, you do get 10 capacity magazine in the Glock 26 compared to 9 capacity magazine in Glock 27. And you still do have a decent amount of power, stopping power with the 9mm round. So, you have a lighter recoil at the end of the day in the Glock 26, easier to rack slide, more capacity magazine in Glock 26 compared to 40 Smith & Wesson Glock 26 over here. more recoil, one round less than the Glock 26. At the end of the day, okay, the differences are insignificant. Okay, so whichever one you would buy, it still would be a great buy. But if you do find both, my personal choice would be Glock 26 because of the things that I mentioned to you guys. So what do you think? Which one would you pick? Would you pick Glock 26? Would you pick Glock 27? 9mm or 40 Smith & Wesson? Now it's gonna create a freaking debate. I already know that people are gonna argue. Just don't fight between each other. Both rounds are good. I love all of you guys who whether you like 9mm or whether you like 40 Smith & Wesson, it doesn't freaking matter, all right? Just don't fight between each other. Second Amendment community, we have to be strong, we have to be staying together, we have to support each other, not fighting. But still, let me know which one you would prefer out of these two and why. Okay, if you do have any requests for reviews, you can also drop them in the comments below. I always look out for those. Thank you very much guys for watching. This was Firearms of America. I'll see you guys in the next video.